Welcome to Next of Ken, and today we're exploring the combat origins of the blind swordsman Kenshi. Before his involvement in the Mortal Kombat series, Kenshi was born an Earthrealm fighter in search of worthy competition. He eventually met an old man named Song who convinced Kenshi that a great warrior also needed a great sword. Song led Kenshi to the location of a powerful sword named Sento, but when Kenshi unsealed the well wherein the sword laid, he was overwhelmed by Soul's trap within and permanently blinded. Song revealed himself to be Shang Tsung and absorbed the released souls and left Kenshi to die. However, the sword, which did exist, attracted Kenshi and spoke to him, leading him from the tomb and revealing that he descended from a long line of great swordsmen who previously wielded Sento. From there, Kenshi spent a decade retraining his senses while searching for his betrayer. Kenshi made his first appearance as a playable fighter in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, where his special abilities caught the attention of Sonya and Jax, who were searching for new SF members. Kenshi readily joined their ranks in the hopes of finding Shang Tsung. His first assignment was to locate a lost Cyrex in Outworld, but during his travels he came across Ermac and helped him break free of the mind control that Shao Kahn had placed over him. In gratitude, Ermac taught Kenshi new ways to use his telepathic gifts. Kenshi eventually discovered the Deadly Alliance but was confronted by Mavado, who defeated the swordsman and left him to die. During the events of Mortal Kombat Deception, Sub-Zero found the dying Kenshi and nursed him back to health. Kenshi forged an alliance with Kuai Liang and came to realize that Shang Tsung was dead, which had meant that the souls of his ancestors returned to his sword, indicating the end for vengeance. Subsequently, Kenshi left SF and the Lin Kuei, preferring to be a ronin. During Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Kenshi returned to Earthrealm to hunt down the corrupt. Using the guidance of his sword, Kenshi sought out the Red Dragon and Mavado to destroy them for good. However, Kenshi encountered Johnny Cage along the way, who urged him to join the Forces of Light for the final showdown. Although initially Kenshi declined, his sword beckoned him otherwise, and so he took heed of his sword's message and joined Johnny Cage in the Battle of Armageddon. During the war, Kenshi killed Shiva while climbing the Pyramid of Argus and proceeded to fight Quan Chi, but lost to him. As he laid on the ground defeated, Kenshi was finished by Shang Tsung, disguising himself as Ermac. During the events of the Mortal Kombat X comic book, after Raiden rebooted the timeline, Kenshi realized he had birthed a child named Takeda with a woman named Suchin, who were being threatened by the Red Dragon. Kenshi made for Thailand to save them but arrived too late and Suchin was dead. Kenshi was able to find his son, however, and went on the run with him heading for the Shirai Ryu. Kenshi left Takeda in Scorpion's charge while he set off on a mission to find the Red Dragon and its leader Diegon. He told Scorpion to lie about his whereabouts and the reason for his abandonment in order to stop Takeda from ever looking for him. Years later, Kenshi was defeated by the crippled Goro, who dragged his body before Diegon and offered the Ronin in exchange for restoring his arms. It's unclear what occurs after this, but due to Kenshi's involvement in Mortal Kombat X, it's clear he survived the ordeal. 5 years before the events of Mortal Kombat X, Kenshi finally returned to Takeda once his training with Scorpion concluded. Initially angered by his presence, Kenshi revealed to Takeda the truth behind his mother's death and why he needed to leave him behind to protect him. He then revealed to Takeda his ability of telepathy and that he'd come back to finish his training and to hunt down the Red Dragon clan together. During the events of Mortal Kombat X, Kenshi returned to fight alongside Special Forces to defeat Shinnok. After surviving an ambush by Sub-Zero and Scorpion, Kenshi, Johnny, and Sonya met the undead revenant versions of their former friends and were forced to fend them off too. Victorious, they then made their way into the cavern where Kenshi's sword Sento helped find the portal needed to enter the Sky Temple. Kenshi, Johnny, and Sonya arrived just in time to help Raiden and Fujin defeat Shinnok and lock him away forever. Later, Kenshi led a charge into the Netherrealm alongside Jax and Serena to hunt down and capture Quan Chi. Although Kenshi was injured and SF suffered casualties in the process, the ambush was successful and Quan Chi had been captured. Afterwards, Scorpion and his clan arrived at the Special Forces base and demanded them to hand over Quan Chi. When Sonya refused, Scorpion's clan attacked and managed to defeat Kenshi, Sonya, and Johnny despite Kenshi's attempt to reason with Hanzo. After Quan Chi was killed, Kenshi watched Shinnok be released from his amulet. Kenshi, Sonya, and Johnny attempted to stop the fallen Elder God, but were quickly knocked out. Kenshi is not seen again after this. What's next for Kenshi? Will his feud with the Red Dragon conclude or end in a stalemate? We shall see. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode of Kombat Origins.
Kenshi wins.